right, they're back in training now. They're going in small drips and drabs, 10 at a time, parking free spaces between, and all the rest of it. Is that the right decision to do? Obviously, they're looking to restart the league, innit? Like, is that the right?
They saw the Bundesliga on Saturday and said, we need to up our game now.
But again, we're behind everyone. We're behind every country. Like, we're like
every country. It's embarrassing.
We're like the same
because
worse or something like that in terms of deaths. So I don't know. Anyway, carry on. Who's talking, Bruce?
But the thing is, it's just like other companies have adhered to it already and they're coming out of it, whereas we haven't really taken it that serious, and yet we're lifting all these measures again. So Germans can do what they want now. They've gone through it.
I watched a 4-0 game with no fans in the stadium, bro. I watched the football match, and I was just like, wow, I've missed football. And so the Premier League owners are looking at like, look what we're missing out on because we didn't take this seriously. So
it's a big money make. Yeah.
I mean, do you know what? My opinion is they just need to lock it off, man. Like I was watching the Bundesliga. That's not football. Like you can't get in. You're bored. You're looking on your phone. Like you're trying to watch these bad boy players, and like he's no crowd, and I don't know.
Celebrations, man. Even the celebration.
Yeah. You can't celebrate.
Yeah. And then what I don't understand is what happens if like obviously they're going to be testing the players twice a week, they're saying.
Yeah.
But like if like one player gets it, obviously he's got to quarantine whatever 14 days. What happens with the rest of the squad? I know they get tested twice a week, but they're going to get tested straight away after that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think there's. But
Emeka, let me ask you though: if Newcastle were 2 games away from winning the league, would you still feel the same?
I mean, there is an element of self-interest. I ain't gonna lie, because you're right. We're in that position where we're not going to go down. We're not going to get into Europe. You know, we're in 13th place. We'll probably finish 14th or 12th, whatever. So I'm one of them thinking, lock it off. We'll have new manager, new players next season. You know what I mean? So but
I'm with Emmy. I'm with Emmy 100%. I want this season done. Like, I don't care who wins the league, who goes down. Right? As long as it ain't us. You know what I mean? As long as it ain't us, I'm happy. But the thing about it is that's my worry, is that with everything else that's going on with Newcastle at the moment, all the other stuff that's taking the interest, like we're taking for granted, I think. I mean, I don't think we'll go down, but we're taking for granted that we won't go down. We're only 8 clear. And that's the thing. And
what you think happen now with the fitness levels as well, if they haven't been training for so long?
It's back to square one.
Exactly what Emeka said. As long as exactly what Emeka said, all it takes is for one player to get the virus, and it shuts down. It could 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players could then get it. What are they going to do then? We're going to continue the games. We're going to have to then play under 23 players. We could then get pulled into something, and that's what I don't want. I'd rather it lock off now. Get whatever the other business done for Newcastle, and then we're gonna worry about relegation.
bro,
you know what I mean?
Bro, can you imagine if we got this takeover news announced this week? Bruce is in charge for the rest of the season, and we get.
Oh, he's frozen.
Oh, he's frozen. Dragged into a relegation.
Clinton put a block on that one.
No,
we lost you. Say it again, Emmy.
I said only Newcastle would get a takeover now, millions of pounds in the bank, and get relegated. It will happen to us. It will happen to us.
That's why I don't want it.
I'm scared, bro. I'm scared.
You know what? I did say, thank God we weren't in like a relegation scrap, like at the beginning of this. Because believe me, whoever's in that bottom 3, if football's coming back, they're going down. No fans, no fitness, you're out. It's just never going to happen.
But like, I was watching the Bundesliga, and I think like behind closed doors suits the more technical passing teams. Like we play on the counter and defensive, and we need the crowd behind us on the counter.
Give you that momentum.
So I think we'll struggle. We'll struggle in the atmosphere. We will personally. The teams like teams like Brighton and Bournemouth and Norwich, it will suit them.
Yeah, because you can't just sit back because there's no atmosphere.
Yeah.
It'll be like a training exercise. So if you're like a City team where you just pass the ball about for hours anyway, they'll be fine in that environment.
Yeah.
Bro, that Chelsea game, that was the worst game of football I've ever watched in my life. But somehow, I don't know how we won that game.
No, the
Hey,
crowd.
Bruce,
The crowd.
I was checking
Yeah.
my phone the whole evening, yeah, and it was 0-0. I was like, this must be a terrible game. I had to get came off stage here. I saw we won 1-0. You know, refresh your phone just to make sure you're seeing the right score. I was like, how the hell did we win this? Then when I saw the goal, I was like, that's
Like,
scrappy.
honestly, you can ask my missus.
just-
I was tearing my hair out the whole game.
Oh man.
Thank Kepa. That's what we need to do. Thank Kepa for those 3 points. Thank you.
But do you reckon?
The goal wasn't even worth watching.
Do you reckon Newcastle fans only wanting to come back because of the FA Cup? That's it. That's
No,
not
think about it, yeah. We need those fans, okay? That's the only reason we could go on for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
No fans would have lost that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
It would be typical of us in the lockdown with no fans to get to the FA Cup final and then we can't
No
go.
one could be
And
there.
we can't go and see
It
it.
would be
Exactly.
Hey,
So I don't even want to go through that. I
I
don't
believe
want to
me,
go through
we'll go. Newcastle fans will go. We'll camp outside the
Yeah,
stadium.
they would. They would.
We're
They'd
gonna
be somewhere.
catch Corona for that one. The first trophy. Hell no.
You would struggle to keep fans away from the ground. I can tell you that.
Honestly.
Oh, God.
Wouldn't it?
Right. I'm going to mention the T word just this one time, only because Ollie Bernard, yeah, he's come out and said apparently it's going to happen today, Tuesday.
What's he?
No
I
chance.
don't know.
Too late.
Inside.
Too late.
I don't know.
Remember that time he took that ball to the face and he did that mad. Yeah, he did those effects.
Yeah, he knocked him out.
It's 7:30. There's
Yeah.
no takeover happening today.
When I read that, yeah, I just put my phone down saying, why would you say that? Why?
He's convinced as well. I actually watched the interview. See his face. He's convinced. He goes, my source tells me.
My
My
source.
source tells me.
I
Yeah.
didn't watch it, but apparently he's got like an inside source. I don't know if it's HP or ketchup or whatever, but he's got an inside source.
You really think Oliver Bernard has a link to the big Arab discussion? You really think he's going inside to it?
Listen, everyone thinks they got a link to them.
Everyone, yeah.
Everyone's got Amanda Staveley on speed dial and all the rest of it. You know what I'm saying?
The only reason
Everyone
why I
seems-
took his... Go on, Pete.
I was just going to say, when he made that comment this morning, it seems like everybody on Twitter today seems to be convinced that it's going to be happening either today or tomorrow. And everyone starts coming out and starts saying the same thing and blah, 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 blah. We just need to wait.
Yeah.
The only one that I listen to is George Caulkin from The Athletic, because he's the only one that has any link, apart from Steve Rafe, he's the only one that has any link to the actual deal itself. And he has a direct link to Amanda Staveley. So what he says with conviction and confidence. So I'm waiting for his podcast to come out. It'll either be tonight or tomorrow morning. And he'll give us an update and I'll go off what he says. I don't listen to anyone else.
The only reason I took the Bernard one serious is because obviously I think he's with the foundation.
Yeah.
So obviously he has still got a link with the club. But then again, you've got other stories with ex-players saying that they've heard this and that. Apparently the players are going to be informed tomorrow. Or they're being informed today and it's going to get announced tomorrow.
Yeah.
I
That's
do
the one
think
I
they're
saw.
waiting for the Prem to come back. I do think there's a plan when the league is running. I think they're just seeing the time. But I don't believe reports of, the letters and the amnesty and stuff like that. It's all just to keep the stories. There's no news, and this is good news.
It's not part of the test though. They can't consider that. It's not.
Who cares?
Look at Mike Ashley.
Yeah.
The other things he's done, they didn't take all that into
Like
consideration.
you're happy for us to stay with Mike Ashley. That's wickedness. That's
But again,
True,
outside supporters like seeing our pain, though. That's the thing. Like, TV, it's almost like we're a soap by ourselves, aren't we? In terms of Newcastle.
Listen, I'll take Escobar right now. I'll take Narcos money right now over Mike Ashley. I'll take that shit.
on a real level,
Yeah.
on a real level though, we as a fan base, we are an easy target. We're an easy target because whenever a media outlet writes a story about Newcastle, whenever Richard Keys says something, whenever somebody else says something, every one of us together reacts and we react and we hit back. And it's easy for the media. It's easy clicks for them. It's easy clicks. It's easy. It's an easy story that's going to get a reaction. And for those people that do it, it just heightens their profile. So that's why they do it.
Yeah, it
but the
does.
people like all the Amnesty, Khashoggi's widower or whatever, has put out these statements. It's all fueled by BN Sport. BN Sport, they are fueling all of this because they know if the Saudis come into the English Premier League with Newcastle, right, the rights to buy the Premier League come up in a year and a half's time. They know that the Saudis will blow them out of the water, buy the rights, and they will have absolutely nothing. Richard Keys has been absolutely hammering Newcastle in this deal because he knows in a year and a half, 2 years' time, he'll be out of a job. And he knows this, which is why they are pushing. They are pushing and pushing and pushing to stop this deal. They know in the back of their minds that it's not going to happen, but they are doing. But with all the uncertainty, because the deal's not gone through yet, they're using this opportunity to try and push through their agenda as much as they can.
Yeah.
To go to the government, they're trying to go to MPs and all the rest of it. But the reality is what Bruce said: is it's got nothing to do with the tests. Nothing whatsoever. And the government have said on 3 separate occasions now that they're not going to get involved. Yeah. So it is what it is. So that's why I've been pretty confident, supremely confident, should I say, all the way through, because there's no reason for it to fail. The people that are going to be involved in the club are squeaky clean. They've got nothing to worry about. Okay, apart from the Prince, which there's question marks there, but that isn't to do with the tests.
No, and he's just an investor as well. It's not even on the board, really. So
I completely agree with Pete as well, because I was in Qatar and I stayed in a hotel and I was going to the show, and Graham Souness was at the hotel, and I realized that night it was Champions League, so he was commentating for an Arab channel for English, and that's what they all protect. They're protecting their own interests. So Richard Keys, he doesn't care about the takeover. He just knows being Sport will be out of a job, so he won't be able to perform nothing. So it's nothing to do with football. I don't care who runs. Bring Satan in right now. I don't care. As long as he has a vision for where Newcastle need to go, that's what I'm interested in. Because Mike Ashley's been trashed for, how long has he been with us?
13 years.
13? Come on, man. We've suffered, fam. We've seen it all.
You'd get more for murder for that.
Bruh.
I'm telling you.
Come on. He has posed as a chairman for 13 years, bro.
Sorry, you get less for murder.
He's a good actor. He's convinced the world he's owned the football club. Well done. He has to go now, isn't it?
Well, apparently he's after West Ham now.
Yeah, go. Just they're the club they're a club I hate just as much as Sunderland.
Me too.
Go be happy there.
Pete, the funny thing about that is he'll go to West Ham and then all our frustrations that we were saying for years will suddenly get recognised.
Yeah. And because it's a London club, it will get heightened and they'll believe it. And that's the difference. And so, you know, as long as he's not at our club, I don't really care. But going back to the other point, go on, Emmy, go on.
No, I was just saying that West Ham fans are mad as well. We've seen like a couple of years ago, like when those pissed off, they're on the pitch and everything, you know. Yeah. Don't take no shit from Ashley.
I don't think Mike Ashley wants West Ham. That's the worst club. They'll burn his stores now. Like, don't go there.
And the thing about it is, he's a Tottenham fan. So a Tottenham fan owning West Ham in that London area, that's not going to go down well anyway. And that will easily come back to bite it. But I was just going to go back to the point we were talking about just really quickly with the BN Sports and all that business. It's in the Premier League's interest to drag this out as well, because they want people to think that they've gone through everything they needed to, from a legality point of view, to make sure that everything's watertight, that no legal things can come back at them once this deal goes through. So it's all very technical. It's been horrible for us because we're waiting, but actually it's very technical on from a number of different sides to make sure that this goes through. And it's absolutely like squeaky clean, and that there's no comeback from us whatsoever. That when it goes through, there's nothing that nobody can say. We can just get on with it.
And plus, it's good money for the Premier League. You think they can turn Arab money right now?
We're getting Arab money.
Arab money. Bro, I'm coming to the first game in a hijab room. I'm rapping. Black and white. Boy. What are you talking about? You really think the Premier League's going to say no to all that money? Come on, man.
No
In
chance.
this period, they've lost some bare money.
Yeah.
They're going to take
It's a
that
big
deal.
game. It's a massive game changer. These guys have got like stakes in Disney now, and mate.
That's mad, isn't it? Mad money.
This is how you wash that money. You might have seen Ozark, right? This is how you clean that money, bro. Clean it through us. Just keep cleaning.
Wait, what? We're gonna turn it into a Netflix series. You know that, right? Or
We get taken over. We're gonna get a Netflix deal. We're gonna get a documentary straight away.
easily.
Easy.
But
If
it's
you
going to be
can't
like
be
a damn
Series
United.
4.
Everyone's just going to be hating on us.
Yeah.
And that's what I want, Bruce. I want it. I want that smoke. I've been quiet for too long.
Ruby's been ready, man. He's been ready for it. He wants it.
Son, I've been quiet for too long. I want that smoke. I want all the hate.
Fumbi's got drafts in his tweets from like months ago.
Serious. Hold him back.
Wait, you're gonna have loads of content ready from me, yeah.
Oh my
Exactly.
God. People are already telling me I don't want it to happen. Like, people are telling me they don't want it to happen. How cold is that?
Jealousy.
Yeah.
All it boils down to.
You know, guys, have you guys seen that documentary on the Saudi Arabians when they killed that journalist, Khashoggi? Oh, they literally, they fight him, took him in this place, and he didn't come out. Like, they literally wrote him off, you know. Like, that's a mad country, you know.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You know what?
Where's that doc?
Sad.
Huh?
It's sad.
Where's the doc?
It's a BBC Panorama program. It was on like about 6 months ago, and it showed CCTV footage of the journalists going into this building and not leaving, and they seen people come out with black bags like this.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh.
So that prince ordered that killing. It's obvious, but obviously he ain't gonna go down.
Emeka, 100%, fam. I know. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But OJ killed his wife, and he got off. You know,
Scot-free. Scot-free.
Who are we to judge, bro? Who are we?
Yeah.
We're just fans.
The important thing to do is to not mix that with football, and that's what everyone's doing.
Yeah.
And they're trying to make us the scapegoats for it now.
Yeah. Because if that's the case, then nobody can own a club. No country can host an event. Everybody has some kind of dirty history. I don't know where Abramovich's money came from, or the Etihad people's money. I don't know where that money comes from. I just watch the football.
No one's clean out here, so yeah.
No.
Yeah, quick last question before we go. But when do you reckon realistically we're going to start back? Because obviously there's so many dates that they're throwing out there. Realistically, when we're going to start back? Because obviously if we're hindering on this season to start back, we need it to start soon in order this deal to go through, right? So who wants to
I don't think he's coming back, man. I think they're going to flop.
I'd say middle of June, if it happens. Same like Fumbi saying.
It probably going to be mid to end June. I think that's too early. I think the players need more time to get fit. But they're going to try and rush it back, because if they don't rush this back and they don't finish the season, the Premier League clubs don't get their money.
Yeah,
it's as simple as that. Or whatever money they've been given already this season, they have to pay that money back. This is why. Do
you think it's going to start? Then you just have to stop again.
But this is the thing. This is where you know they're playing a dangerous game, because what if we play another couple of games?
Yeah.
Right. And then you know, whoever was outside the relegation zone suddenly falls in, and then they have to cancel the season. Then that team goes down. Like there's going to be loads of legal issues on the back of that. So they're going to have to be careful. There's already six different players that have already been tested positive that came out today from I think 3 or 4 different clubs.
From Brighton. 3 players from Brighton.
3 players from Brighton. So there's 3 other players that have been tested positive from other clubs that have not been named. Right.
I think
Everton's today.
Got a few
That's
as
just
well.
today. They've only just been back in training one day. So if they've been in training and then been told that they've been tested positive and they've been around other people, what then happens then? That's potentially 2 or 3 weeks away before we've even kicked a ball. If that continues to happen, they're going to have to make a call at some point. So, so Fumbi's right. For all we know, it might not even happen. But I think if all's clear, it'll probably be mid-June. They're going to try and get this done as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Cool. Really nice to go back.
But-
Time though. So, cheers, guys, as always, man. We'll have to do this again.
Okay.
Hopefully, this time next week we'll have a new owner, and for me, we'll have got rid of that Jones, isn't it?
I hope so, man.
Yeah, different day then.
Look,
I'm my champagne.
boys, we need to get back on this on that day.
Oh,
That day that's
Hell
released,
yeah.
we need to get
Yeah,
on
that
this.
was Mike.
I'm bringing a bottle of champagne to
But
the
I've got one waiting in the kitchen. I'm
Yeah,
popping
same.
it, you know it. I'm gonna be popping it live.